Hello everyone, this is Garrett, and this is Thief 4, or just Thief, as they called it. And this is a blind playthrough of it, and it's gonna be cool, hopefully. Like, I've heard from a couple people that this game is good, I heard from a couple people this game is bad, but I'm just gonna hope that it's good instead. Now before I get started, there's a lot of options, and I'm just gonna go over the game in HUD once because there are a few which are noteworthy. Mostly the things I turned off, really. Navigation prompts, just sort of, and waypoint markers for the same thing, just sort of tells you where to go, and I don't really feel like that's gonna be too necessary, really. Interaction prompts, those are quite necessary. I tried the game out for a little bit to see how it ran and stuff, and I got stuck on the first puzzle, which was a window I had to open, and I couldn't figure it out until like after 5 minutes of fiddling around and accidentally opening the window, and apparently that just shows off all the QTE stuff, so that's kind of important. Then there's a bunch of stuff here which I'm just gonna skip over. And then there's object highlights, which will make everything shiny the moment it comes into view, and I don't think that's really necessary either. And loot glint makes everything really, well, it sparkles, I guess. Like, every treasure really sparkles quite a lot, and I thought it was too annoying, so I turned it off. And with that, we are gonna get started. Gonna start a new game. I know it will lose stuff. And we're gonna play on custom difficulty because custom difficulties are cool. Master is already a little bit more difficult than Thief and Rogue, I imagine. And there's a few small things I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna turn off focus mode, which, for as far as I can tell, or at least heard from other people, really, is kind of like in Dishonored as well, where it makes it possible to see certain things through walls. And the thing, like, I had that with Dishonored. I unlocked that really quickly and kind of just hated the game because of it, because it made everything really easy, and it just it's not very exciting, and I'm kind of not sure if they did the same in this game, but I'm just not going to risk it. I'm not going to even chance myself using focus mode at any point in time. And I'm going to turn on expensive resources because it makes things slightly more expensive. Slowed movement I'm just going to stay away from because it sounds just kind of annoying, really. Zero damage it's not going to happen. And this just seems a bit limiting, really, in terms of what you actually get. So I'm kind of curious what other things there are aside from blunt water fire and rope arrows. No food, I don't know what this does, because it's a blind playthrough. No reticle could be just kind of annoying, really, so I'm just going to leave that on. And yeah, most of the things I'm leaving off are just things which are either too hard for a first playthrough, like Iron Man. Like, that's never going to happen for me in a first playthrough, and no upgrades just doesn't sound very fun. Like, if there is interesting upgrades, it would be a shame to miss out on those in the first playthrough, so I'm just going to leave it like this. And let's see what happens. You will not be able to change the difficulty settings once a new game has been started, and that is perfectly fine. Let's see the story.
There's one thing this city's taught me. You can put a price on anything. Secrets, reputations, a life. And trust? If you have to ask, you can't afford it. But then I suppose none of that matters when you're me. After all, when did I ever pay for anything?
And here we go. In the game. And yeah, this playthrough is basically just gonna be me looking at things and trying to pick them up. And you can turn off candles, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like that quite a lot.
Let's make it a little more cozy in here.
I don't know what he means with that, but I guess it means that I have to steal things. Because I'm pretty sure that's what it usually means. Whenever I crouch, it shows my hands, which I guess is useful for something. There's a painting there, which might not be safe for work, you guys, so I'm just gonna leave it out of the shot as much as possible. And I'm just gonna try and pick up as much stuff as possible because I'm a thief and I steal things. I guess I can't open that. I know there's stuff I can open here because I've already played this game for 5 minutes and I know everything now. Gotta have my knives. Can't jump on things. Makes me kind of sad, but what are you gonna do? This guy doesn't really seem to be too bothered that I'm running around in this house, so if I also have to start jumping, then I guess he'd just wake up and get mad at me, so I'll just try not to make him too mad. Pocket watch, cool. Never know when you need to tell the time when you're thieving. It's hard to tell what time it is when you're sitting in someone else's house, but we fixed that. Sadly, Garrett can't tell time, and therefore he will never use that pocket watch most likely, and instead will just give it away to some random stranger. Press space to climb low obstacles. I'll get to that. I want to look at stuff first, because in my test recording thing, I didn't actually steal pretty much anything, so instead, this is the time where we get to look at every single closet, every single drawer. I need those scissors. I need a large supply of scissors in my daily life of being a thief, after all. I wonder if that's all. I could turn on loot glint, you guys. Or I could just look around a little bit more than usual. But I think we're just about getting to the point where we've put everything this person has to his name in our pockets. Not really sure where we're keeping stuff like scissors. Oh, can I move these things? Hello, bottle. Whoa, I kicked it. That's pretty neat. Wow. Current day technology has no boundaries whatsoever. You can kick things with your feet. What other game lets you kick things by moving into it with your feet? I don't know. But we're gonna find out how many things we're gonna be able to kick at the end of the game. Look at that. Look at the street. People are partying. That guy seems a bit drunk, but he's not having too much difficulty walking into a straight line. He's doing a pretty good job, I think. That guy has a long life waiting ahead of him. Is he gonna actually run around the corner? Yeah. I guess that's the last we will ever see of that person. People hanging out, really. So yeah, this it looks a bit ugly, I think, like how it says hold E and the font just doesn't look very exciting, but without it, I got stuck here for so long because I turned off both item highlighting and the other one. And yeah, you just sort of sit here and go, well, what do I do then? There's a window, I can't figure out how to open it. And then you just sort of sit there and cry to yourself softly as you turn on options once again. We are in the Aldale Bridge. I guess we can go back if we want to. I don't really want to go back though. I kind of didn't mean to. Can I actually get out of this? Thinking about it. Huh. It doesn't look like I can actually get out. Okay, well, I guess we're opening the window again. Just making sure that everything here is as it was previously. See, that guy's cheering on other people now. That guy's coming back to where he was previously. So, you know, we're seeing some things which you would otherwise miss, and these are incredibly vital to the game's storyline. Now he's over there. Man, he is dedicated to walking back and forth there, though. Okay, let's, enough with the shenanigans, and instead, let's try to move beyond the starting area and make it to the attic, where things like brooms await us. Ooh, can I move the broom? It looks movable. I can't actually pick it up, which is a shame, because one of the things I liked in the old Thief games was being able to pick up stuff and throw it to cause a distraction. Which, you know, it might be possible later on in the game, because we are just in someone's attic, and there's not really many people to distract here, but hey, I like throwing things. As anyone who's ever seen any of my playthroughs, they will know that if I have the option to throw things, it stops being a stealth game. Ooh, look at that animation. Look at my hands move. Well, I guess don't pay attention to the right hand, but it looks pretty good. If you tap forward, it looks very good. Sudden movement near birds will disturb them. Pick up this telescope. I will look at this bird through a telescope. Can I knock over the telescope? It looks like something I can knock over if I try hard enough. But I'll leave that there for now. A lot of paper. I wonder if this actually says anything, or if these are just scribbles. This is important to me. I can't live my life without knowing what words are written down on these papers, you see. It's a real problem. Oh god, the birds are loud. Quiet now, birds. I'm not meaning to disturb you with my sudden movement. Man, that text is still on screen.
Someone's a bird lover.
Thanks, Garrett.
Painting's more my taste. I should take a closer look.
Painting. I'll take a closer look at the painting in a second. Shut up, birds! I've got more important things to deal with than birds. I'm not a bird lover, I'm a bird fighter. That's what I am. I guess these birds really just don't like me at all. Oh well. Let's play with this thing. There's a switch somewhere in here, and the little white thing says so when I move my hand on it, I think. Which I think is kind of a neat mechanic. There we go. It's actually in a different place than in my test recording, which is kind of neat, I guess. Just somewhere on the painting. And lockpicking, which effectively works the same. You just move your mouse around until the circle becomes colored. And then it works. And everything's good. Let's open this. And steal their hat. The perfect crime. No one saw it coming.
What the? Well, they do call the rooftops the Thieves' Highway.
But there are more thieves here.
That's not who I think it is.
I hope it's not who I think it is. Otherwise, you might lose an eye, and that would be annoying. Let's look at the Wawa. Let's pay some good looks at our surroundings, because in the several minutes I managed to play, I did get to see the sky. I really like the way the sky looks in this game. There's top-notch skybox, top-notch lamp, which is pretending to be a sun, but it's a good lamp, very good lamp, best lamp I've ever seen. Pretty water, moving a bit weirdly, but you know, that's just the life water leads. It moves oddly to one, but normally to another one. Let's grab a rope arrow, which someone conveniently left here, and I get to press 8. Or I just mouse wheel. And with Y, you can actually just tell, oh, I need to shoot at that thing. And if there is also an option which like turns off that it's more obvious what you have to shoot. And also looks like my accuracy is going down as I hold the arrow in my hand, which I think was a thing in the old Thief games as well. But I'm going to shoot that rope arrow and jump to the other side. Jump. There we go. And I'm pressing W to climb it. And, you know, once again, we're getting a pretty good view over here. Good view of the town. There's some person standing over there, but let's look at the town. There's like a compass thing over there, showing us where the wind is going. Very exciting. Let's talk to that person, I guess.
Aaron. Of course it is. Care to make a little more noise next time?
How else would you know it was me? Basso did tell you we were working together on this, right?
Well, I showed up, so what do you think?
I think you haven't changed a bit. Come on, it'll be just like old times.
I'm pretty sure Basso was... Oh, can I actually fall down here? Like, Basso was the name of, like, the fence in the old Thief games where Garrett sold his stuff to. Just jump across. Oh, I can't actually fall down here. That's unfortunate. I was curious, because I wasn't actually aware I could just happily run around on here. I can't... Shut up. I'm busy with important things. Like being over here right now. This is incredibly important to me. Where am I?
Just jump across.
God. I'm already lost. Seconds into the game. That's the thing about turning off item glint, though. You gotta make sure you just... Okay, fine. I'll jump across. Stop telling me. Like, you don't need to tell me like 15 times. I'm figuring it out as I go along. But that's okay.
Garrett, come on.
You know, it's especially me. Like, I effectively named my channel after the main character of the Thief games because, you know, I'm original. And now whenever anyone in this game talks to me, it feels very personal and it scares me a bit. I'm a bit worried about all of this, but oh well, I'm just gonna pretend none of it's happening. Can I, like, not hold this? I would... There we go. Right mouse button, apparently. Okay, left mouse button to immediately take it out again. I guess this part of the game, it really just does expect you to just run after and not pay any attention to anything here, but that's not really me. I'm sorry to basically everyone who's watching this, because this is going to be the slowest Thief playthrough anyone's ever done. Because I like to look at things. I like to take in the environment. Look at this place. No one's seen this before, maybe. And if you don't see that, then, you know, what's the point? If you're gonna miss out on all the windows in this game, then you might as well not even look at any of them. Because you're clearly not interested in windows. And mark my words, at one of these points it's gonna be like the coolest Easter egg, just by walking off of a roof somewhere, and people will be like, "What?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, that's what happened." But for now, it may be wise to just keep going because it doesn't look like there's anything here at all. There's just nothing. There's nothing at all. That's fine though. I can live with that. But mark my words, when there is something, I'm gonna be the first person to go, "Ha! I told you! It was all worth it in the end!" And most people will disagree, but I don't care.
Glad you could make it.
Did you pick that route because it was fast or because you thought it'd be fun?
Can it be both?
Come on, let's get Basso his commission.
The light gem displayed in the lower left corner of the screen indicates whether or not you are hidden. Dark means good. Light means bad. Be out of the light.
Are you going to use any of those shadows, Lady Lamplight?
I was just scouting ahead.
I like my
No one
shadow,
was like to
though.
go first.
I can just stare at my shadow for a while, and it's nice. Looks good. I admire my shadow. I often spend some time looking at my own shadow and going, "Gosh, that just looks beautiful." I think holding shit actually makes me run faster, which is nice. But as I'm Mr. Stealthy Man, I have to be stealthy and man and peek around corners because I'm harder to see this way. But they did not spot me. I am invisible to the naked eye. Hey, scissors. Man, Garrett is gonna have such a cool collection of scissors when I'm done with this adventure. And people will be like, "Garrett, why are you carrying so many scissors?" And he'll be like, "Come on, 3 gold. Worth it." And people will be like, "Won't that make like a really loud clanging noise if you have like 15 scissors on you all the time?" But no,
You should
it
get
doesn't.
yourself one of these. See you on the other side.
Looks like I won't be going that way.
Well, why not? You can do that.
Unloading before summer's day is over.
Summer's
Why not
day.
drink to a job well done first?
We can't just leave the cart out here.
It's festival time. Your average thief will be under a table in an ale house.
And the watch will be liquored up too. I'm not haggling fines with a drunk guard again.
No. And you can press space to like fly from one part of the shadows to the other, which is pretty neat. Makes you go all swoosh. And then the game's like, "Whoa, you're in the shadows again. You're pretty much invisible all the time. How do you do it, Garrett?" And Garrett's like, "Yeah, that's how I roll." Bunch of leaves which are spinning oddly over here. Lot of circly wind because there's some more over there as well. But you know, that's just how the world works. That's just how things go in the land of wherever we are right now. The land of Thiefville, where taffers galore or something. Ooh, kickable thing. Man, it really I love it how it actually moves the moment your foot touches it rather than just your hitbox. It just I love it. Just keep that. I'm gonna kick so many things. I'm just excited to be kicking things everywhere. And no one's gonna stop me because it's just something I don't think I've ever seen before. Where like your feet are actually feet. It's weird. Whereas in other games you just sort of float with a moving animation. In this game it feels like you're actually moving. Which, you know, it's not much, but I'm really easily impressed by technology, okay? So shut up. Let's go. Let's just keep going.
Jealous of the claw? I made it myself.
I'm sure the watch will be very impressed. They'll certainly hear us coming.
They'll have to catch me first.
Just be aware of your surroundings.
It's not about taking in the sights, Garrett. It's about taking in the loot.
It's about taking in the loot, Garrett. I'm a thief, Garrett. I have a fancy claw. Why don't you have one, Garrett? I wish I had that claw, though. I'm not gonna lie. I would not mind being able to climb on top of things. Let's peek around this box. Thanks, game. That's it's very helpful. I'm very sneaky, as you can see.
You do still steal, right?
I've been stealing since before you could crawl.
Oh,
There's the Garrett I know.
darn tootin'.
How about a friendly wager? Let's see who can take in the most.
Let's see who can take in the most indeed, but it's gonna be me. I was stealing since you were running around your diapies. Whereas I was out on the prowl, stealing things from people who had too many things. And then I used it to buy stuff myself, like scissors. Then I started a salon, and I made people look beautiful, yet stealthy. Press R to break things. Boom! I broke it. Can I break more things? Can I break, like, these pipes? Probably not. Gotta remember, though. R to... Oh, can I knock that off the... it's on. It's on, like... bucket top. Can I... Please, just one more. Just give me this one last hit. There we go. Take that, bucket. Your life will now forever be slightly further down a building. And no one's gonna stop me. There's another bucket. I think this bucket will... Well, this bucket is not gonna survive my kick physics. Or the dust physics, which are seemingly always coming from the bottom of the bucket regardless of where I'm hitting it, and it looks kind of weird, but oh well, that's technology for you. Can't be perfect. But it can be, like, awesome. And I can kick things. Yeah. I don't hear a thing now. That's fine. I'm stealthy, you see. Shut up, bird, I'm stealthy. You can't hear me. I'm crouching and stuff. Makes me invisible.
Look what I found. You and me out on the town? Why did we stop doing this again?
Do you really need to ask?
Well, that's why she asked, because otherwise it would just be a silly question, wouldn't it? Leap! Very good. The voyeur's apartment. More importantly, it has closets. And when there's closets, there's stealable things. Like scissors! God, there's so many scissors already. He is gonna be the man who will cut people hair things, yes. A bracelet. Did you know that to buy a bracelet, all you need to pay is 2 2/3 of a scissors?
Pays to keep a low profile in places where I'm not welcome.
What?
There's a lot of those places.
How am I not welcome here? I mean, they left the window open. That's just asking for being robbed. Right? Right? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Pick, lock. Mini games. This is better than, like, regardless of what anyone says, this is better than the lock picking of the old Thief games. Which was just, you had these 2 lock picks and you just wiggle it. Well, you just hold the mouse button and the door handle would wiggle until it wouldn't, and then you switched lock picks. And then you would just switch back and forth until the door was open, and God, that mechanic was always just too advanced for this humanity, really. Ah, more drawers though. That one had nothing. That one had nothing. Can I open the one in the middle? Yeah, coin purse. About 4 scissors worth of gold. And candles. He's very fancy when he swooshes out those candles though. What is that light effect though? Is that just me going into the light or something? Probably is, but we'll see, I guess. Whoa, that was an expensive telescope. That was... Man, this guy needs to stop stealing scissors and just steal telescopes from now on.
Hard to keep a secret in this neighborhood.
New document. F1. Documents. There's no sound here. Madam Flowers. Relationship with Watchguard continued. Husband still absent. Send anonymous letter. Mr. 3 question marks. Rented apartment across street. Must be concealed while safe on the floor. Left the stairs? Always something valuable passing through his hands, but can't see exactly where he hides it. Knew he was up to no good. Left the stairs. Pac-Man, nothing for several days. Passed on. Never seen any relatives. Inheritance money. Well concealed wall safe, lower floor left of stairs. That sounds like something worth remembering. Thanks, document. And yeah, this looked like when the lighting goes full bright on light mode, that's when that flash happens. Kind of an annoying flash, but oh well. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I wonder if that's the voyeur who's been looking at people. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. maybe I can pick up these things. Come on, how? I need that pipe. That's like 7 scissors worth of money. Come on. Please. Teacups. Fancy radiator type thing. Suitcase. Suitcases can't possibly contain jewelry. And I usually keep a goblet in my treasure chest. Oh, and a ring. Very good. Franconogram. Can I play with the Franconogram? That would be so cool. Turn. It worked on the ladder thing. Why doesn't it work on the Franconogram? Holding E doesn't work either, I don't think. I guess we're not listening to the Franconogram. Oh well. Maybe we can listen to the teapot. Clunk. Man, these things are strong though. Like the blackjack looks like it's tough, but really it's just sort of Nothing on the scales. Let's just go. I don't think there's anything else here we can pick up from the looks of things. Looks like this person's been bathing in their bed, which is a bit odd, but
If you're going to urinate in the street like a watchman, at least do it out of the light. Everybody can see you.
The ale has to go somewhere, dear. I'm just the middleman. Besides, you're the only one watching.
Every day I'm reminded what a catch you were.
Come on, let's go try those gabble wings.
Yeah, those gabble wings sound delicious.
man, she just suddenly became a lot louder when I was standing over here. Guess it would have been a good idea to just stand over there the entire time, but it's too late now. Where can I peek here? Oh yeah, no one. Phew, okay, no one's there, you guys. Now we can move on, knowing we are safe from danger. Man, all these houses are just connected by really convenient bars. Or beams, I guess. And buckets. Ooh, can I break that bottle? Please. Please. Well, it disappeared from this world for a moment, but let's try that again. Man, these things fly. What is this? It goes so high. It looks really strange. But don't worry about it, guys. That's just how buckets work. Buckets are mysterious creatures, of whom no one really knows their true potential. Press E a bunch to open window. Go through window. Ooh. Fan. Holy crap, this fan looks more advanced than the streets, but that's fine. That's cool. Is this the place with the fan? Ooh. Or the safe, rather? I guess it probably is. Because that looks suspicious. Hey. Man, that voyeur had like... I guess it wasn't really a perfect vision on the lower streets, so I guess maybe a person couldn't see that, but geez. Come on, everyone could have seen that one. It's like right in front of the window and everything. Just gonna close the window to make sure no one knew I was here. Shut up, bird! No one wants to talk to you, bird. Can I grab these? Sorry, bird. I'm stealthy, you guys. Don't worry. Let's just break everything. Man, I wish I could use these Frankenigurums, but no, it's not something that's gonna happen, I'm afraid. So, good thing to remember. Glass things break when you hit them with a club, which, you know, one might expect, but it's always good to test these things. So do precious vases and urns and whatnot. Yep, those break. They're pretty good at breaking. That bird is very suspicious of me for some reason. Not sure why. Shut up, bird. 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 Can I release the bird? I can probably shoot the bird with an arrow, but I don't have arrows. It's a problem. Hey, that's better. That's more like it. At least I can be pretty safe knowing that there's probably no one here, because otherwise more people than this bird would have hurt me by now, but that's fine. Don't worry, guys. It was all part of the plan.
So how much did you steal?
It's not how much you steal. It's what you steal.
And how you steal it. Looks like this primal stone thing that Basso wants is in the ceremony room at Northcrest Manor.
It's the Baron's mansion. Won't be easy.
Worried?
Yes, and so should you.
We'll be fine. I'll pick up your slack.
This job's getting more complicated by the second.
There was a typewriter on that thing, and I kind of want to pick it up.